Welcome to episode 20 of Meet the GIMP. My name is Rolf Steinert and I'm recording this in Bremen, northern Germany. First I want to point you to a new feed for Meet the GIMP. I have published a feed at FeedSky in China because I got mail from China that there are some problems with FeedBurner's feeds. And if you are in China or have other problems, check this out. I hope it works. This 0 here by FeedSky, there are some subscribers there, but somehow the statistics don't work out. It seems to run in the family. The statistic button here from FeedBurner doesn't work too today, but we are now well over 1,000 subscriptions. And this was the first weekend where the numbers stayed above 1,000. I'm very proud about that. Just crazy how much people look at these videos. There's another thing to be looked at, I think, and that is this page here. Linux Photography, a blog made by a guy from Switzerland, and he has really helpful stuff. Joel, I would simply delete this here. I hope it is very helpful stuff, and I'm in contact with Joel, and we'll cover some stuff together from different sides. Very recommended. This site here, you find the link to it in the show notes, and I'll put a button on the sidebar at meetthegimp.org. Just now, after I've finished recording and while this stuff is running through the different programs which make videos out of screen recordings, I'll go into the city and buy my ColorVision Spider, which I bought to follow this advice here. They just phoned and that this thing has arrived. So definitely worth a visit. Linux Photography at gcorners.wordpress.com. The link is in the show notes. And now let's start with today's theme. Let's talk about simple animations today. There is a complicated package for GIMP, the GAP or GIMP animation package, which can do a real lot about animations and films, movies, but I won't cover that. I have no intention to go deep into that area. I want to cover simple animations like GIF animations you see on the web nearly everywhere. And first, what's an animation? The oldest animations are called in German Daumenkino or thumb cinema, and that's called in English a flip book or flick book. That's a book which contains a lot of images, nearly all the same, but with slight modifications from page to page. And if you flick through them, you get a little moving picture. This video here is an animation too. You are just looking at a slideshow with 25 images per second. And on this slideshow here you see the mouse pointer moving, and this is, by the way, the Tips from the Top Floor forum where I am a member, and you see here two avatars, mine here and this one from Rob, which show animated GIF. And I love this one here, one penguin slapping the other, and I want to improve my avatar here. I want to show in my avatar the Meet the GIMP logo too. The first step for successfully creating something is stealing it. Stealing and finding out how it is done. So I now steal my own image here, save image as, and I save it on my desktop. Just open this image here with the GIMP. Just pull it over the toolbox, and here it is. Let me enlarge this a bit here. So, you see there's no animation. There is a stack of 8 frames or 8 layers here in the layer dialog, and something else is here on top. This is a GIF image. It's indexed and has 8 layers, 80 by 80 pixel. This image here is indexed instead of made out of a mixture of 256 steps out of blue, red and green. This is made out of 256 different colors, and I can look at these colors at dialogs and then here color map. Here you see these are the colors which are used in this image here, and you see a lot of blues and some other colors. Each color has an index, and the HTML notification is here. We can change here the colors and so on, but I'll go not deeper into that. So GIF images are indexed and not real RGB images, and so they have only a limited number of colors available. Now let me look at the frames here. You see with the frame names there is a name here, background, which should be really frame number 1, and then behind that in parentheses 5000 milliseconds, 5 seconds. This image is shown 5 seconds, and then follows frame 2, 3, 4 with 100 milliseconds and option of replace, not overlay this but replace it. And then comes this frame here. Oh, let me show you the frames. I just press the Shift key, hold it, and click on the eye, and all the other frames are made invisible. And now I can stack them on top here. By the way, you see here one of the drawbacks of using indexed colors. There are a lot of spots in here because this tile here has only 256 different colors available. So this is my background, shot of me made in London Kew Gardens by Jan from France on a Tips from the Top Floor meeting. And this is the other one here, the other image I used in this animation, and this is a drawing made by a pupil instead of following the lesson. Well, I used it with his permission, and I think he learned a lot enough about chemistry, also with painting images of his teacher. And well, the rest of these images are simply mixtures of the other images to get a smooth way from one to the other. To recreate these animations, I have to take 2 images out of this stack, and that's really easy. Just click and hold the mouse on the thumbnail here and draw it up to the toolbox. And here is my first image. Click here, and this one here is my second image. come up. So now I have these two images here. I can close my original animation. No, I don't want to save anything of it. And I wanted to include here the Meet the GIMP logo. First I have to rescale this. Just pull it over, open it, and here it is. I have to rescale it down to 80 by 80 pixels. And then I'll have to include white. I think I should use white background. Let me look at this and this. Well, black would be too harsh with this. Let's take a white background. That's the easy stuff. Just add a new layer, fill it with white, and pull it down. And now I have this one here. Just right-click into the layer dialog and say Flatten Image. Now I have the flat Meet the GIMP logo on white. Then Image, Scale Image, and I want to have 80 pixels. A square, cubic is good for this, and Scale. And now you see it has been rescaled, but it is way too soft. After rescaling, you have to sharpen. I do this by Filters, Enhance, Sharpen, and I think I should go fairly high with this. That Wilbur really pops out a bit here. I think this is good. Okay, now I have 3 images waiting for becoming one animation. One thing I have nearly forgotten: saving these basic images. The first one is this here, Meet the GIMP. I save this as meetthegimp020.xcf. This one here, I have first to change back into RGB mode image. Go to Image, Mode, RGB, because I want to have this palette generated later from the whole image. Oh, I need more colors now with the orange here from Wilbur and so on, and it's best left to the automatic to get a new color palette later. So this is now RGB instead of indexed, and I rename it, I save it as, that's my shortcut in school. And this one here too. Other way to access the menu is right click into the image and then here Image, Mode, RGB, and File, Save As. I'll use this image here as my base, and so I save it again, and this time as a copy, and I call it avatar.xcf. Yes, I want to replace it. Had done that before. File, open. So here, this is my basic image. And the third thing I want to do is blend this image with this one here. And for that I need a copy of this one and mix it with this one. And now I just select this image by clicking, pulling this into my toolbox. Here I have my layer, and now I'm selecting this one here, pull this over to here, and have a scrap image here, untitled. It will never be saved. And I have here 2 layers with my images, and I want to have let's say 3 steps between this one and this one, and for that I choose a transparency of, let's say, 25%, about 25%. You see it here. Now I just flatten this here, and I pull this over on this stack here. You see it here. I tend to these names later, and I go back to here, say edit, undo, set the transparency to about 50%, exactly 50%. Say again, flatten image, pull this, or let me rename this here. I just call it frame X. I can change that name later, and 100 milliseconds. Then I can have less to do with editing later. So I pull this over, go back to my image, press Ctrl Z for press. Have I undone this here? No. Okay, I go back to here and press Ctrl Z, change the opacity of the top layer to something about 75. Say flatten image, and oh well, the renaming was not so successful, and I just pull this over, and that's it for this step here, for this animation step. The last thing I have to do now is to get this one here, just pull it over, and here I have my first series of blending. And now I just close this scrap area here, don't save, and now we'll look how this worked out. Perhaps I should save a bit my work here, and now go to Filters, Animation, and Playback. Here is my animation, and I play it. 5 seconds. Oh yeah, well yes, I have to first change this stuff, the names. Let me do that before we do this. Of course you can work the same way while renaming layers as with a lot of other image or word processing options. Just mark it, the text, press Ctrl C, and double click on the next, press Ctrl V, and change the necessary stuff. Now all the frames have their proper names, and I even have here pressed return. And now I go back to my image, say Filters, Animation, Playback, and let's look at this here. You see the basic image, and it transforms to this one. Well, that was very harsh. It could be a little bit slower, I think. So I'll change this to, let's say, 200 milliseconds. So again, filters, animation, playback. Well, this is better. I like that. You can imagine what I have to do with the next image, with going from here to here. It's just the same. Taking this image here as a base, adding this one as a second layer. Oh, there you see one of the mistakes one can make with selecting the wrong tool here. I have here painted a black spot, so now it's redone here. And I'll just close this one here. Don't save. Just take another tool, one non-destroying tool. So again, select this image, pull this new layer over here, or this layer over here, and now I have the base for my scrapping here again. Pulling this one over and selecting opacity. You see, I have finished this work, and I have now a series of 12 images here, which from step to step go through these 3 images. And let's look, before saving it, let's look how the animation looks now. I go to here on top, repeat playback. That is a good option. Simply press Ctrl and F and then rerun the last plugin. And we'll do it. Wait 5 seconds. And now is the transition to Wilbur. And now the next one. Oh, there was a glitch in it. This frame here. This one here had the wrong timing. I want to have this 5 seconds. Well, I just noticed the playback engine notices changes in making that you make while it runs. It's not necessary to restart it all the time. You see here, now my animation is running as I intended it. The last thing to do is index this image and save it as a GIMP image. A GIF image. And this is easily done. Just say here, save as, and tell it to be a GIF image. Click on Save. And then I get here an option dialog. And GIF cannot handle these layers here. And it can only handle it as animation frames. And so I want to save it as animation. And it can handle only grayscale or indexed images. And so I want to convert it to indexed result. These are the default settings. I found they are good enough for my stuff, and one could tweak it, but I don't think it's necessary. Let's just try it. Export. And here, of course, create it with the GIMP. And loop forever. Frame disposal, I want to replace frame from frame. And these are unchecked. left unchecked, because if I would I think I can override here these 5000 or 2000 milliseconds with this here. And okay, I just click on save and we'll look what has happened to it. And for that we'll not use the GIMP but Mozilla. In Mozilla it works as expected. The colors are fine, I don't have to adjust the palettes, and I think this animation is finished. Before I say goodbye, let me point you to the panorama challenge from episode 19. Make a panorama. In episode 19, Joseph told us how to build one with Hugin, the software. Well, not from the GIMP, but also open source software. And well, build one and put it into the photo group Meet the GIMP at 23. There's even something to win. You can win 1 year plus membership at 23 and upload an unlimited number of pictures and have some other advantages for that. And the winner will be taken by pure chance from all the people who put something in, or who put panorama into 23. And as we are here at the recent comments, please let me hear from you. I read it all. I answer not everything. It's too much, and the daily life has to be conquered too. And I'm very happy to follow some advice, others I ignore, and well, you'll see it. And just nothing left than say goodbye up to next week.
Photocastnetwork.com, your photography resource in the potosphere. Photocastnetwork.com